Your time is limited. A motivational speech inspired by Denzel Washington's address. Your time is precious, and it's running out faster than you realize. How often do you think about the clock ticking, and how much of it is slipping away without you even noticing? In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to forget that every second is one you'll never get back. Your time is limited. The real question is, what are you doing with it? Are you chasing your dreams, or are you letting them fade into the background of your busy life? Now is the time to step up. Take control, make decisions, and use every moment to build the life you want. You're capable of so much more, but only if you start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life, where we embrace the power of now and learn how to live with intention. 1. Seize the moment. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, and yet it is also the one thing we can never get back once it's gone. As we get older, it becomes even more apparent how limited our time really is. Denzel Washington's powerful words remind us that the clock is ticking. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, to think that there's always another day to start something new or pursue a long-held dream. But seizing the moment is the key to living a fulfilled life. We often wait for the right time or for everything to align perfectly, but the truth is that there is no perfect moment. The moment you're in, right now, is the perfect moment to take action. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. As Napoleon Hill famously said, every day you delay is another day that slips away without progress. It's not just about having dreams, it's about taking control now, before it's too late. Whether it's starting a new project, rekindling a forgotten passion, or making a significant life change, the time to act is today, not tomorrow, and certainly not next week. Time is a finite resource, and when we procrastinate, we are not only wasting time but also wasting the opportunity to create the life we want. Every day that passes is a reminder that time is limited. In the words of Seneca, time is the most valuable thing a man can spend. When it comes to dreams, we all have them. Dreams are what ignite our passions and give us purpose. But dreams alone are not enough. Dreams need action to become reality. Without action, dreams are just wishful thinking, empty thoughts with no substance. It's easy to get lost in the allure of dreaming big, but if we don't take the necessary steps to turn those dreams into something tangible, they remain just that, dreams. Action is key. You can't expect to reach your goals by sitting back and hoping they'll magically come to you. The philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Dreams may give you direction, but action gives you momentum. It's through consistent, deliberate action that we build the life we want, step by step, day by day. Execution is everything. It's what separates those who accomplish their goals from those who simply wish they could. If you don't take action, you will never know what you're capable of achieving. It's not enough to dream about success. You have to work toward it. The consequences of inaction. Staying stagnant means you'll be exactly where you are today. No closer to your dreams, no further along in your journey. You might feel comfortable in the moment, but in the long run, this inaction will lead to regret. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing, said Walt Disney. This doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out right now. It means you need to stop waiting for perfect circumstances and start moving toward your goal, no matter how small the first step may be. Life doesn't wait for you to be ready. It keeps moving forward. So, if you want to keep up, you need to take action now. The choices you make today determine your future, and the more you wait, the further away your dreams will be. As men in our 40s and beyond, we often face a difficult truth. Time is no longer on our side the way it once was. We've accumulated experiences, and with them, wisdom. But we also realize that time is running out. The great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You could leave life right now, Let that determine what you do and say and think. This isn't a morbid thought. It's a reminder that our time is precious and we shouldn't waste it. We often think we have plenty of time ahead of us, but the reality is, every day counts. The urgency of now cannot be overstated. In today's world where distractions are constant and the pace of life only accelerates, it's easy to let time slip by without making progress. But if you want to leave a legacy, if you want to make your time here meaningful, you have to act. You have to start now. The dreams you have, the goals you've set, and the life you envision, these things are not going to materialize on their own. You must take bold action to make them real. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to start. Inaction breeds regret, and regret is a weight that becomes harder to carry as time passes. If you want to feel fulfilled, you must move from dreaming to doing. You must stop waiting for the stars to align and start taking the necessary steps, no matter how daunting they may seem. This is the path to living a life of purpose and significance. Don't waste another day. Seize the moment, take control, and make every second count. As the Stoics would say, it's not about how long you live, but how well you live. So live with intention. Act now. Let your actions speak louder than your dreams, and make the time you have left truly count. 2. Evaluate your daily routine. Time is your most precious resource, and once it's gone, you can never get it back. It doesn't matter how rich, successful, or powerful you are, time is the great equalizer. Every day you make choices about how to spend your time, and those choices accumulate, shaping your future in ways you might not even realize. Now ask yourself, how are you spending your time? Are you waking up every day with a sense of purpose, moving toward your goals? Or are you drifting, letting the days pass without meaningful action? It's easy to get caught up in the flow of life, work, responsibilities, distractions, but you must evaluate your daily routine and be honest with yourself. Wake-up time, your bedtime, and how often you find yourself wasting those precious moments on things that don't move you forward. Those lost moments add up, and before you know it, you've spent years wondering where the time went. A brilliant idea or plan is useless without consistent action. No matter how grand your vision is, without action, it remains a dream, a thought that never takes shape in the real world. The key to success isn't just having a great idea. It's about making sure you're taking the small, consistent steps each day to bring that idea to life. We all have goals, dreams, and ambitions, but how are you actually spending your time? The average person wastes hours every day scrolling through social media, watching mindless television, or engaging in activities that don't contribute to their success. If you truly want to make something of yourself, you must evaluate your choices. Are you working toward your goals, or are you letting time slip through your fingers? Every day, you are presented with countless opportunities to make decisions, small decisions that will either help you grow or keep you stuck. The power of small daily decisions cannot be underestimated. It's the small choices you make every day, whether you realize it or not, that determine your future. These are the decisions that shape your success, your character, and ultimately your life. The decision to hit snooze on your alarm clock or get up and work out is just a small example, but it's also a microcosm of the larger decisions you face daily. Will you push yourself to study or fall into the trap of distractions? Will you prioritize your health or indulge in comfort and rest? It's these little choices, made consistently, that build the foundation of your success or failure. In the grand scheme of things, it's not the big one-time decisions that define you. It's the small decisions that accumulate over time and lead to real change. Consistency builds success. It's easy to start something with enthusiasm, but it's the ability to stick with it day after day, even when it's hard, that separates those who succeed from those who don't. In the story of Michael Jordan, often considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time, he didn't just wake up one day and become a legend. He put in countless hours of practice, honing his skills, even when no one was watching. He didn't give up after missing a shot or losing a game. He kept going, day after day, and that consistency is what led him to greatness. The same principle applies to your life. Success doesn't come from making a few great decisions or taking one big leap forward. It's the result of consistency. Even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard, you must continue to make the right choices, day after day. Your daily choices matter more than you realize. The small things you do every day, the effort you put in when no one is looking, these are the things that build momentum and set you on the path to your goals. Every moment counts, and every choice matters. Whether it's choosing to wake up early, hitting the gym, studying for an exam, or making time for your family, your decisions create your future. These small choices, when accumulated over time, have the power to change the course of your life. Success isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about making the best of the moments you have right now. Life will always throw distractions at you, and there will always be a temptation to take the easy route. But the hard decisions are often the ones that lead to the greatest rewards. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." The same can be said about your time. It's not about filling your day with endless activities, but about focusing on the things that matter most. So take control of your routine, evaluate your choices, and start making small changes that will lead to big results. Your future self will thank you for the decisions you make today. 3. The importance of discipline and hard work. Let's be honest with ourselves for a moment. We all have dreams, goals, and aspirations, but what separates those who achieve them from those who don't is the ability to push past discomfort and keep going, even when every fiber of your being wants to quit. Denzel Washington's powerful speech reminds us that our time is limited, and with that reality in mind, we must make the most of each moment. Life doesn't wait for you to feel ready, and success doesn't care about your excuses. What truly matters is whether you are willing to put in the work, whether you're willing to push yourself beyond your comfort zone, no matter how hard it feels. It's easy to get distracted by the obstacles in front of you, tiredness, challenges, the pain of growth. But the real question is, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to endure temporary discomfort for the long-term results you desire? Or will you let fear and fatigue dictate your actions? The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself, and mastering yourself means being willing to do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment." We often think about success as something that happens when everything falls into place, but in reality, success is the result of consistent hard work, of showing up every day and doing what needs to be done no matter how tired, discouraged, or overwhelmed you might feel. You see, discipline is the key to everything. You don't need to be motivated every day to succeed, but you do need to be disciplined enough to show up and get to work, even when motivation fades. Discipline means getting up and putting in the effort, even when you don't feel like it. It's about working hard every single day, whether you're feeling on top of the world or whether you're battling the weight of life's challenges. If we waited for the perfect moment to act, we'd be waiting forever. Life doesn't give you an ideal time to chase your dreams. It's something you have to create, one action at a time. Think about the most successful people you know, whether they're athletes, entrepreneurs, or even your friends. The common denominator among them all isn't talent or luck. It's their discipline to stay consistent, to keep working even when the going gets tough. Stop worrying about the costs. Focus on the results. It's easy to let the fear of failure or the fear of what it might take to succeed hold you back. But what's the cost of doing nothing? What's the cost of staying where you are, stuck in the same place, while the world around you keeps moving forward? The price of inaction is far greater than the price of hard work. Every moment you delay is another moment lost, another opportunity you could have seized slipping away. The pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret, said the great Jim Rohn, and he's absolutely right. If you want to achieve greatness, it's not going to be easy. It's going to take hard work, and it's going to take sacrifice. But think about the alternative. Do you really want to look back at your life, years from now, and wonder what could have been if you had just pushed yourself a little bit harder, a little bit longer? You don't have time for that kind of regret. Time is ticking, and the only way to make the most of it is to commit to working hard every day. Push through tiredness, discomfort, and challenges. Yes, it's hard, and yes, there will be days when you feel like giving up, when you feel like everything is against you. But that's when you grow. Discomfort is the price of progress, and without it, you'll never achieve the growth you're capable of. The best things in life don't come easily. Success doesn't happen without sacrifice, and happiness doesn't appear without effort. The journey you're on, the goals you're striving toward, are going to challenge you. But that challenge is exactly what will make you stronger. You can't expect to be the best without putting in the work. If you want to reach your highest potential, you need to embrace the discomfort, the struggle, and the setbacks, because they are all part of the process. The road to success is built on perseverance, the ability to keep going even when you feel like giving up, the ability to keep pushing when you're exhausted, when it's hard, when it seems like the world is telling you to quit. That's where the real growth happens. The truth is, life is about getting it done no matter what. It's about discipline, getting out of bed in the morning and facing the day with purpose, not waiting for motivation to hit you like a bolt of lightning. Motivation is fleeting, but discipline is something you can rely on. Discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Everyone has ideas, everyone has dreams, but only those who can stay disciplined enough to turn those ideas into action will see their dreams come to life. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment, and it is through consistent effort that you begin to see the results of your hard work. It's not the days when you feel energized and inspired that matter the most. It's the days when you don't feel like doing anything at all, but you push through anyway. Those are the days that define you, the days that will make the difference between success and failure. So, let me ask you this. What are you willing to do to achieve your goals? Are you ready to push past your limits, past your fears, and past your doubts? Are you prepared to embrace discomfort and do whatever it takes to succeed? The time is now. Time doesn't wait for anyone, and your goals won't achieve themselves. The discipline you develop today will shape the success you experience tomorrow. Keep working hard, keep pushing through the discomfort, and never stop. The results will come, but only if you have the courage and discipline to keep going, one step at a time. The clock is ticking, and your time is precious. Don't waste it. The world is waiting for you to show up. Will you answer the call? 4. Avoiding the trap of excuses. Excuses. We all have them, don't we? It's almost like a natural defense mechanism to justify our lack of progress, to find something or someone to blame when we fall short of our goals. But the reality is simple. Excuses will never lead you to success. They may offer temporary relief, but in the long run, they only keep you stuck in the same place. The common excuses that we all use, I don't have enough time, I don't have the right support, I'm too tired, I'm too old, are all just lies that hold us back. We convince ourselves that if we had more time, if we had more energy, if we had more help, we'd be able to succeed. But the truth is, those things are just distractions. They give us a reason to delay our action, to push our dreams further down the road, and in doing so, we allow ourselves to waste precious time. Excuses are the enemies of progress. Time doesn't care about your excuses, it's always moving forward, and the more you dwell on these reasons for inaction, the more your future slips away. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Each moment you spend blaming external circumstances is a moment you could have spent making a change. The key to breaking free from the trap of excuses is taking responsibility for your own life. No one else is responsible for where you are right now, not your family, not your boss, not the economy. It's all about the choices you make. Your current situation is the result of your actions, decisions, and mindset up until this point. If you don't like where you are, you have the power to change it. There's no magic that's going to make your life better. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or waiting for someone to swoop in and save you. It's about taking charge of your own destiny. If your circumstances aren't what you want them to be, then it's time to make a change. Stop waiting for someone else to give you permission to succeed. You are in control of your actions, and that control starts with you taking responsibility for the things you can change. Your choices today shape your future, and that future begins with the decisions you make right now. What are the excuses you've been telling yourself? Have you been saying, "I'll do it tomorrow," or "I'm not ready," or "I don't have the right resources"? These excuses are just ways to procrastinate and keep you from taking the steps necessary to get where you want to go. But what happens when you let excuses take over? You stagnate. Time doesn't wait for you to feel ready, and neither will your dreams. The longer you let excuses control your actions, the further away you push your goals. Every excuse is a barrier you create between where you are now and where you want to be. Each time you say, "I'll do it later," you're telling yourself that what you want doesn't matter enough to act on now. But what happens when you do act? You begin to move closer to the life you've been imagining. You make progress, even if it's just a small step at first. That small step can grow into something much bigger. As the famous entrepreneur Tony Robbins said, "The only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment." The commitment to stop making excuses and start taking action is the difference between a life of dreams and a life of achievement. Now think about where you are right now. Are you content with your current situation? Are you proud of what you've accomplished? Or do you feel like you've been putting off your true potential? No matter where you are in life, it's never too late to make a change. Maybe you feel like you've reached a certain age and it's too late to start something new, but that's just another excuse, one that many people use to justify staying comfortable in a life that doesn't fulfill them. The truth is, every day you spend stuck in the same place is a day you'll never get back. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." The fact that you are alive today means you have another opportunity to take action, to make a change. Don't let that opportunity slip by because of excuses. Look around at successful people, those who have achieved greatness in any area of life. What do they all have in common? It's not that they've avoided challenges or that they've had some secret advantage. They've simply chosen to take action. They've chosen to focus on what they can do, rather than what they can't. They've chosen to get up every day and make progress, even when they don't feel like it. The difference between success and failure is not talent or luck. It's the ability to keep pushing forward in the face of difficulties. You can do the same. Take ownership of your journey. Stop letting excuses control your life and start making the decisions that will bring you closer to the success you deserve. It's never about waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment never comes. The perfect moment is the one you create through action. If you don't like where you are, you don't need to wait for someone to give you permission to change. It starts with you. You have the power to take responsibility for your life and start creating the future you want today. You've made it this far, and that shows you're serious about changing your life. Type, "I'm taking action" in the comments to commit to making every second count. This is just the beginning. Stick with us for more powerful lessons ahead. 5. The power of consistency. Consistency is the cornerstone of success, and it's one of the most powerful lessons we can learn if we want to achieve anything meaningful in life. Success isn't about big, flashy moments. It's about showing up every single day, even when the excitement fades and the motivation is nowhere to be found. There will be days when you don't feel like getting up, when your body is tired and your mind tells you to rest. But it's precisely on those days that your dedication to consistency matters most. Think about the greatest achievements in history. They weren't built on bursts of inspiration or short-lived efforts. They were the result of someone sticking to their path, relentlessly, despite the obstacles or fatigue that came their way. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." The key to success is the steady, consistent effort you put in every day, no matter how small the steps may seem. The truth is, success doesn't happen overnight, and it certainly doesn't happen without a commitment to showing up, even when the world feels like it's pulling you in every direction. How often have you given up on something when it didn't work right away? Maybe you started a new project or tried to develop a new habit, but when things got tough, you walked away. It's natural to feel disheartened when things don't go as planned, but the true test of success is found in your ability to keep going, day after day, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Consistency is what separates those who reach their goals from those who only dream about them. If you look at any successful person, whether in business, sports, or personal development, they will tell you that the difference between them and the average person is not talent or luck, but their unwavering commitment to showing up. The power of consistency lies in its ability to compound over time, turning small efforts into big results. It's like planting a seed. Every day you water it, and though it may seem insignificant at first, over time it grows into something remarkable. The true value of consistency is that it builds momentum, and momentum is the driving force behind real change. But it's not always easy to stay consistent, especially when the going gets tough. That's where your why comes in, the reason behind your actions, the deeper motivation that keeps you going when the world tells you to quit. For many, that why is family. Think about the sacrifices your loved ones have made for you over the years. When you push yourself, when you keep going, you're not just working for your own success, you're working for those who depend on you. Perhaps it's your children, who look up to you as their role model, or a spouse who's been by your side through thick and thin. Every day that you show up, you're honoring the sacrifices they've made for you and proving to them that their faith in you wasn't misplaced. As you work toward your dreams, you are also creating a better future for those you love. And that sense of responsibility is a powerful motivator to keep going, even when you're tired. Your family is your anchor, the force that drives you forward when your energy wanes and your resolve starts to falter. In the story of a father who, despite working long hours at a job he doesn't love, still takes the time to exercise, to read, and to learn new skills every day. It's not easy. He's tired. He could use the time to rest, to unwind, but instead, he pushes through, because he knows that the sacrifice he makes now will pay off for his family in the long run. Every early morning workout, every hour spent learning something new, every sacrifice he makes is an investment in their future. And that's what consistency is about, making small daily investments that eventually lead to big changes. When you consistently show up, you're not just creating a future for yourself, you're building something for those who depend on you. The moment you stop showing up is the moment you lose. Consistency doesn't mean you won't face challenges. It doesn't mean everything will go according to plan. What it means is that no matter what happens, you keep going. The power of consistency lies in its ability to push you through those moments when everything feels uncertain or difficult. Even when you don't see immediate results, you keep doing what needs to be done. That's how success is built, one consistent step at a time. Remember, it's the small, everyday decisions that define who you will become tomorrow. At the end of the day, the power of consistency is undeniable. It's what turns dreams into reality, what takes you from where you are now to where you want to be. But you have to stay committed, even when things get tough. You have to keep pushing yourself even when you don't feel like it, because the results will come. Success doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It waits for you to show up day after day and give it your best. Your family is watching, and your future self is relying on you to stay disciplined and consistent. 6. Mastering yourself to set yourself apart. To truly set yourself apart in this world, you must first master yourself. You see, self-mastery isn't just about controlling your actions. It's about becoming someone who consistently strives for excellence regardless of the circumstances. When you master yourself, you become rare, like a diamond that stands out in a sea of ordinary stones. People who have mastered themselves are the ones who are respected, admired, and sought after, because they don't just show up. They show up with purpose, dedication, and excellence every single day. The key to this is not just aiming for success, but aiming for something higher, something that only a few are willing to achieve. To master yourself, you need to first recognize something important. Most people settle for mediocrity. It's easy to fall into the trap of being good enough, of meeting the bare minimum and going through the motions. But what happens when you stop pushing for greatness? What happens when you accept that average is acceptable? You stop growing. The world rewards those who give more than what's expected, those who consistently go beyond, those who put in that extra 10%, 20%, 50% or more. It's about consistently giving 120%, not because you have to, but because you choose to. Are you ready to push past your comfort zone and stop being just average? The decision is yours, but know this. When you choose to aim higher, you open the door to endless possibilities. The words of the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius: "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the obstacles you face aren't here to stop you. They're here to show you how much more you can become. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to test your commitment to excellence. Don't shy away from difficulty, embrace it. When things get tough, most people give up. But if you stay focused, if you keep pushing forward, you will rise above the pack. It's during those tough times that true character is forged. All the successful people you admire, whether they're athletes, entrepreneurs, or artists, they all have one thing in common. They are constantly working on themselves. They don't rest on their laurels, they don't settle. They constantly improve, whether it's their physical abilities, their mental fortitude, or their craft. Take the example of someone like Denzel Washington. He didn't become the icon he is by just being good enough. He worked tirelessly, constantly honing his skills and striving to do better, even when he was already at the top. This is what sets the greats apart from the rest: their relentless pursuit of mastery. But here's the catch. Mastery doesn't come easily. It requires a mindset that never accepts complacency, a mindset that is willing to fight through the tough days and push forward, no matter what. Now, let me ask you, where are you settling for mediocrity in your life? Is there an area where you're letting things slide, where you've stopped pushing because it's just good enough? The truth is, we all have areas where we can improve. Maybe it's in your career, your health, your relationships, or your personal growth. But the good news is this: it's never too late to change. You have the power to set yourself apart by mastering yourself, and it starts today. You don't have to be perfect, but you have to be consistent. Excellence doesn't happen overnight. It's a result of daily effort, of showing up and putting in the work when you'd rather give up. And let's not forget the importance of discipline in all of this. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's about setting high standards for yourself and never lowering them. It's about showing up day after day and continuing to push forward, even when it's hard. Your actions, even the small ones, speak louder than any words ever could. What you do when no one is watching determines your worth, and when you're consistent in your pursuit of excellence, you become a rare individual, someone who stands out in a world full of complacency. Remember, you're not just competing against others, you're competing against yourself. Every day is a chance to push further, to be better than you were yesterday, to refuse to settle for anything less than your absolute best. If you want to be extraordinary, you must stop being average, stop making excuses, and start taking action. If you want to live a life that stands out, then you must live a life that's driven by the pursuit of self-mastery. And while it's not easy, it's worth every bit of effort, because what you will create in the process is a life of meaning, impact, and true success. 7. Long-term commitment to success. Success isn't just about achieving a moment of greatness. It's about dedicating yourself to a long-term commitment. To reach the heights of success, you must understand that it's a journey that takes time, effort, and an unwavering consistency. The road to success doesn't come with shortcuts, and those who think it does often fall short. True success requires long-term dedication, day in, day out, when the world is watching and when it isn't. This kind of commitment is essential for anyone who truly wants to achieve greatness. It's not about instant results or fast rewards. It's about steady progress and the discipline to keep moving forward, no matter what. As the famous Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Mastery of yourself, of your habits, of your actions, this is what sets the successful apart. If you truly want to succeed, it will require you to dedicate yourself fully to your work, regardless of the struggles that come along the way. Can you commit to that kind of dedication? Along the way, you will undoubtedly face obstacles. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the world seems too heavy and when your energy wanes. But it's precisely in those moments that the truly successful rise above the rest. Success isn't reserved for those who never face hardship. It's for those who keep going despite the hardships they encounter. The winners, the true champions, are the ones who refuse to quit. They understand that perseverance is key, and they develop a mindset that never accepts defeat. In the face of challenges, they push through and find a way to keep moving forward. This is where the real test of character lies. It's easy to keep going when things are going well, but the true measure of your determination is how you respond when things are tough. So, ask yourself, when life gets hard, will you keep going, or will you let obstacles stop you? As you journey toward success, remember that sacrifices are inevitable. To reach the level of greatness you desire, you'll need to give up certain comforts, distractions, and things that don't serve your ultimate goals. Sacrifice is the price you pay for success. Success demands that you focus on what truly matters and be willing to eliminate the noise. You may have to let go of old habits, relationships, or even ways of thinking that no longer align with your path. The willingness to sacrifice is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It takes courage to make tough choices and to commit to what matters most, even if it means letting go of things you once thought were important. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Too many people waste their time on things that don't truly matter, but those who succeed understand the importance of focus. Of course, success requires pushing yourself beyond your limits. To truly stand out, you can't just meet expectations, you must exceed them. Going beyond what is required, going further than what is comfortable, is where you truly start to see results. It's the willingness to go that extra mile when everyone else has stopped, the determination to do more when you're already exhausted, that sets you apart. Success demands you do more than expected, to reach a level that others aren't even considering. The path to success is not a straight line, but a winding road full of detours and bumps. But if you keep pushing through, if you stay determined and refuse to settle, you'll reach the point where others can only admire your resilience. The true test isn't just in starting the journey, it's in continuing it when everything in you says to quit. And here's the kicker. Those who stay the course, who continue to push past their limits, are the ones who achieve lasting success. They don't just reach their goals, they build a life of value, a life of purpose, a life that inspires others. Success doesn't come from temporary bursts of effort, but from long-term commitment, hard work, and sacrifice. Are you willing to commit to the journey for the long haul? Are you ready to sacrifice the fleeting comforts and distractions in order to pursue something greater? Your time is limited, but how you use it will determine your success. The choice is yours. Are you ready to make the sacrifices, push beyond your limits, and dedicate yourself fully to your goals? If so, your path to success is already underway. 8. Staying focused and avoiding distractions. Time is your most precious asset, and you only have a limited amount of it. Every single minute that passes is a minute you can never get back. Yet in today's world, distractions are everywhere, pulling at our attention from all sides. From social media notifications to endless TV shows and people who don't understand your vision, these distractions eat away at your time and slow down your progress. But here's the hard truth. Nobody will guard your time but you. You must take full responsibility for how you spend every second. As the famous philosopher Seneca wisely said, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." So ask yourself, how are you spending your time? Are you letting it slip away through idle distractions, or are you using it to move closer to the life you want to create? The key to success is focus. It's easy to get sidetracked by the chaos around us, but if you're serious about your goals, you need to develop laser-like focus. Imagine your goals as a target, and your time as the arrow that can either hit the mark or miss it completely. Every time you allow yourself to be distracted, you're pulling that arrow off course. That's why it's crucial to be so committed to your purpose that nothing, no distraction, no tempting detour, can pull you off track. Focus is about giving your full attention to what matters most, ignoring the noise that doesn't serve your vision. Let's talk about this in real-world terms. Take someone like Elon Musk, who built companies like SpaceX and Tesla. If he hadn't been so relentlessly focused on his goals, he wouldn't have been able to make the advances he has in technology and space exploration. He has said time and time again that the key to his success is his ability to say no to distractions, to push aside everything that isn't contributing directly to his goals. You may not be building a space company, but the principle still applies. You can't get to your goals if you're constantly giving in to distractions. Whether you're trying to advance in your career, build a business, or improve your health, you must cultivate the discipline to stay focused, to say no to the things that waste your time, and to stay committed to what matters most. What would happen if you focused every minute of your day on moving closer to your goals? What if, instead of allowing your time to be hijacked by distractions, you decided to use every moment as an opportunity to make progress? The results could be incredible. But the first step is recognizing how valuable your time is and taking action to guard it. Start by eliminating the things that aren't contributing to your success. Cut out the mindless scrolling on your phone. Stop binge-watching shows that don't align with your vision, and stop allowing people who don't share your goals to waste your time. Every minute you spend on distractions is a minute you can't get back, so use it wisely. As Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." You control how you spend your time, and with that control comes the power to shape your future. Staying focused requires discipline, and discipline is hard. There will be days when distractions seem irresistible, when it feels like everything around you is pulling you away from your path. But this is when your commitment to your goals will be tested. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day and doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. If you can make this commitment, if you can learn to focus and guard your time, you'll start to see the results. You'll start to realize that the small sacrifices you make now are worth the bigger rewards later. So take a moment and ask yourself, are you guarding your time, or are you letting distractions steal it from you? Are you focused enough to stay the course, even when the world is pulling at you from every direction? The time to act is now. Every moment you waste brings you further from your goals, but every moment you spend focused brings you closer to the life you've always wanted. This is your life, your time, and your future. It's in your hands. Use it wisely. 9. The real secret to success. What does it truly mean to you? We often hear stories about people who seem to have it all: wealth, fame, achievements. But what most of these stories don't tell you is the immense effort, the sacrifices, and the relentless pursuit behind their success. Success isn't something that comes to you by waiting for the right moment. It's something you have to fight for every single day. It comes to those who work for it, who push through the discomfort, the failures, and the challenges. And yet, in a world that often promotes shortcuts, instant gratification, and overnight success, it's easy to get misled into thinking that success should come quickly or effortlessly. But the truth is, the real secret to success is not luck or timing. It's the unwavering commitment to putting in the work. Success doesn't come when you feel like it. It's easy to work hard when you're motivated, when things are going well, and when everything is aligning in your favor. But the real test is when things get tough, when you feel drained, when you're facing setbacks, and when you don't have the energy or motivation to push forward. That's when true success is forged. As the great Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." But that preparation doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of hours, days, months, and years of relentless effort. There are no shortcuts to greatness. I want you to understand this. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about the small actions you take every single day, even when they feel insignificant. When you show up and do the work, even when nobody is watching, you're laying the foundation for success. You have to be relentless in pursuing your goals, no matter what. Every day, you need to push yourself harder than anyone else. Because if you don't, if you settle for mediocrity, you're not just denying yourself success, you're denying your potential. Complacency is the enemy of progress. And what are you willing to settle for? Are you willing to sacrifice your dreams because the work gets too hard? Or are you willing to dig deeper, to keep moving forward even when you feel like giving up? Look at someone like Michael Jordan, the man considered by many to be the greatest basketball player of all time. But did you know that he was cut from his high school basketball team, or that his first years in the NBA weren't exactly stellar? It wasn't talent that made him a legend, it was his relentless work ethic. He would be the first to tell you that success didn't come easily. He put in countless hours of practice, often working harder than anyone else, even when it seemed like he wasn't seeing results. And his work paid off. But it wasn't just his talent on the court that made him a champion. It was his refusal to give up, his unyielding pursuit of greatness. He embodied the idea of pushing yourself harder than anyone else, even when you're already at the top. What about you? Are you putting in the effort day after day, even when the going gets tough? Are you relentless in your pursuit of your goals? Or do you allow obstacles to slow you down? You can't afford to let fear or discomfort stop you. When you feel resistance, that's when you need to push hardest. The only way to achieve what you've set out to do is to keep going, no matter how difficult it gets. There will always be challenges. There will always be times when you want to quit. But the winners, the ones who truly succeed, are the ones who never stop. They don't stop at the first failure, the second, or the third. They keep moving forward. And here's the beautiful thing. As you push through these obstacles, you'll find that success becomes not just a destination, but a habit. Success is the result of small, consistent efforts over time, compounded by determination. Success belongs to those who are willing to work harder, to be relentless, and to keep going no matter what. It's not about being the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. It's about having the discipline to show up every day, to put in the work, and to stay committed even when things are tough. As Thomas Edison famously said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." Your success will be determined by how hard you're willing to work and how much you're willing to sacrifice. Are you ready to put in the effort? Are you ready to be relentless in your pursuit of greatness? Because the truth is, success is waiting for you. But it won't come until you put in the work. So, what's it going to be? Are you ready to give 120% every single day, no matter the obstacles, and chase your goals relentlessly? The real secret to success is you, and your commitment to never giving up. Congratulations on sticking with this powerful message. If you're ready to stop wasting time and start making moves, leave a comment saying, "Time is now," to show you're ready to take charge. Don't go anywhere. The journey to greatness is just getting started. 10. The final push. Never give up. Success is not a matter of chance, but a matter of consistency. The truth is simple. Winners aren't the ones who get lucky. They are the ones who refuse to stop when things get tough. They are the ones who keep going, even when the odds are stacked against them, even when fatigue sets in, even when they feel discouraged. And yes, they are the ones who, when they face obstacles, don't take a step back, but instead take 2 steps forward. You see, success is not the result of a lucky break or a moment of inspiration. It's the culmination of persistent, hard work over time. As the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." It's not about waiting for the right moment or the right opportunity. It's about creating that opportunity yourself, day after day, through the choices you make and the actions you take. What are you willing to do to achieve your dreams? What sacrifices are you prepared to make in the pursuit of success? Because here's the hard truth. Achieving something worthwhile will never be easy. There will be setbacks, disappointments, and even failures. But every challenge, every bump in the road, is a test of your character, your will, and your ability to push through the storm. Success demands sacrifice. You will have to give up certain comforts. You will have to invest time and energy, and sometimes you will have to put things that matter less above those that matter more. Whether it's giving up a little sleep to work on a passion project, or cutting out distractions that don't align with your goals, these are the small sacrifices that add up over time to create a monumental change. Are you willing to give up your current comfort for the success you know you can achieve? It's easy to get caught up in the idea of quick fixes and shortcuts. In today's world, we've become accustomed to instant gratification. We want results, and we want them fast. But real success doesn't work that way. It's a long, hard road that requires dedication and perseverance. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, but tenacity. Success is built on the foundation of hard work and the consistent push to improve yourself every day, no matter how difficult it might be. As Winston Churchill famously put it, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." What are you doing to continue today? Are you stepping forward, or are you letting the obstacles hold you back? Remember that the key to success is not found in the lucky breaks you might get, but in the consistent, disciplined effort you put in day after day. How often have you felt tired, discouraged, or ready to give up on something that seemed impossible? Maybe you were working on a personal goal, a career achievement, or a dream that felt so far out of reach. But here's the thing. Those moments when you want to give up, that's when the magic happens. That's when the difference between success and failure is made. It's when you push yourself just a little bit further, when you keep going even though your body and mind are telling you to stop. It's not about how you feel, it's about what you do regardless of how you feel. The champions of life, the ones who succeed, are the ones who push through the pain, the fatigue, and the doubt. When they feel like they can't go on, they don't stop. They keep moving. They keep taking action. They keep showing up. This is the final push that separates those who succeed from those who fall short. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Your struggles, your fatigue, your setbacks, they are not obstacles. They are the very path to your success. What price are you willing to pay for success? Are you ready to do what it takes to reach the top? Are you ready to make the sacrifices required to turn your dreams into reality? Because success is not handed to you. It is earned. It is earned in the moments when you feel like giving up but decide to keep going anyway. It is earned when you push through the difficult times, the moments of doubt, and the times when everyone else might have already quit. It is earned through consistency. As we've already discussed, success doesn't come overnight. It doesn't come from luck. It comes from doing the hard work, even when no one is looking. It comes from continuing, even when you feel like you can't. And it comes from never giving up. Think about the people who have accomplished great things in their lives. People like Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before finally inventing the light bulb, or J.K. Rowling, who faced countless rejections before her Harry Potter series became one of the best-selling books in history. What did they all have in common? They never gave up. They understood that success is not about avoiding failure. It's about pushing through it, learning from it, and moving forward. In the face of failure, they pushed harder. They didn't stop. They didn't quit. They kept working, kept grinding, and kept fighting for their dreams, no matter how many times they faced setbacks. Now, let's bring this to your life. What are you working toward right now? What are the goals and dreams you've set for yourself? Are you willing to go the distance? Success is not a sprint. It's a marathon. The final push isn't something you do once. It's a mentality you carry with you every single day. It's the attitude that says, I'm going to do whatever it takes, no matter what. And in doing that, you'll find that success isn't some distant, elusive goal. It's something you can achieve every day by taking consistent, purposeful actions toward your dreams. But that means showing up, putting in the work, and never, ever giving up, no matter what. As you move forward on your journey, remember, the final push, the one that separates the winners from the rest, is always within your reach. You just have to decide to take it. Remember, you have the power to create the life you want and to achieve your dreams. The road to success is in your hands, but it all starts with taking action. No one else can do it for you, so stop making excuses, stop wasting time, and start making every moment count. Your time is now. Make the most of it. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss any of our future videos. And be sure to turn on the notification bell so you can stay updated. For more motivational content, check out our playlist displayed on the screen. Thank you for watching, and remember, it's all about living with purpose. Stoic in your life.